So yesterday I was walking around Walmart looking for school supplies, but then I saw a brand new Halloween section. And you may be thinking, Halloween? It's not even August yet. That's right, my friends, it was technically like a Halloween clearance section. They had a bunch of little small items that were maybe held over from last Halloween, or they're just starting to slowly introduce it, because I can guarantee you after the school section leaves, it's going to be Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. So with my morbid curiosity and Sonic Tech Decks in hand, I went over to see what the big deal was, and what I found was very disturbing. You have the normal stuff, such as like the styrofoam pieces, all of like the hangable stuff like that, but then when you got to the middle section, you saw one of the weirdest things you could probably ever see in terms of Halloween stuff. I saw watermelon jack-o'-lanterns. What? Since when did we use watermelons for jack-o'-lanterns, right? Like, even now, I can't even explain it because that's just so weird of a concept. Why don't you just use pumpkins? It was actually really scary to see the variety of stuff here because they had like 3 different variations of watermelon all along the aisle that were just mini jack-o'-lanterns, and some were like doubled up on each other, some were bigger, some were smaller, you know, just a bunch of different variations, and honestly, it kind of freaked me out just a little bit. They even had a volleyball and a bigger ball, I don't quite remember right now, but inside there was a watermelon jack-o'-lantern. It gets worse, too. What I would assume is made out of styrofoam. They had carvable watermelons. Like, carvable watermelons, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, one of the common ways to serve a watermelon, it's to scoop everything out of it. You want to know how you carve a pumpkin to make it into a jack-o'-lantern? You scoop everything out of it! So there I was, just standing there waiting to pass out, and the thought hit me. Are we in a pumpkin shortage? Is that why we're using watermelons now? Like, I've never heard of this up until, like, this point, so what's the big deal? Well, obviously what I had to do is go look it up, and the answer that DuckDuckGo's generative AI gave me was people are using watermelons instead of pumpkins for Halloween because watermelons are easier to carve and can be a fun and tasty alternative. Additionally, they can be used to create unique and creative decorations like fruit salads while maintaining the festive spirit of Halloween. What a boring answer. I know last year we had a pumpkin shortage. That would make sense if you wanted to use more watermelons then, but like now? Like, is there a pumpkin shortage right now? Like, come on. If there's anyone to blame here, I'd argue it's probably either millennials or older Gen Z. You know, there are ways of like Stanley Cups and like Lululemon or Labubu's? I say that mockingly, but as soon as there's a Sonic Labubu, I'm definitely gonna get it. But yeah, I think this is just one big psyop to try and phase out the pumpkin so the watermelon can reign supreme. I don't know why they're doing it, I don't know who exactly is doing it, but somehow, someway, they're trying to force the watermelon into pop culture and having it be more exposed than the pumpkins are now so that they can make that the mainstay food of Halloween, or jack-o'-lantern usage item. I don't know what to call it. The literal biggest offender that I've seen of this is from Walmart, obviously, because nowhere else has like the audacity to put out their Halloween stuff in July. Although this is the same company who decided there's a difference between this and this, so maybe this is just their stupid marketing decision trying to like be quirky, I guess, using watermelons instead of pumpkins. Maybe it's not all as evil as I thought it was or made it out to be. Whatever it is, this just feels kind of weird. I don't know why they don't just use pumpkins. That's been like a staple of Halloween for literal like hundreds of years now. But yeah, not really much to talk about today. I just kind of wanted to go over this real quick because I thought it was actually a really interesting topic. Not that I went too deep into it or anything, but it's just so funny to see that they're using watermelons now instead of pumpkins like everyone knows that they have been. And maybe there is a pumpkin shortage. Maybe that is exactly what it is, and I'm just reaching too far with this one. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.